Hey everybody, I'm Sam.
I'm Adam.
And I'm Will, and we are...
We're Good
Title! Y'all, we are back. It is Stranger Things Season 4, Episode 3, The Monster and the Superhero. Last on, more spaghettifying of humans, judged by the devil himself. The teams are assembling. Some have gathered in California. The others have found Eddie in the word I can't say because it's too early in the video house.
Nice.
Trap house?
Why did you just go and say it?
I don't know, maybe I
waited
a
the
couple
30 seconds.
Maybe we're good now. I think that's about it. And Hopper is alive. He's in the gulag, and Jack and Agar is his bodyguard.
Trying to break him out.
Security guard.
For the right price.
A man cannot be paid. Services owed to a many-faced god.
To a many-faced god. So guys, if you enjoy our reaction, leave a like, hit the subscribe button and notification bell so you know when we drop more Stranger Things. Comment down below what you think about the show so far. We're enjoying it. It's scary as heck. And we got a Patreon. Y'all want to check the show out 1 week in advance, 2 weeks in advance, or just join the sponsor tier to support the channel. Hit the link in the description, and we appreciate it.
And make sure you go support Stranger Things over on Netflix, and then come back and watch Your Boys. We're gonna punch it.
Bang!
Gore.
Crime.
Disturbing images.
Punishment. Where is this?
Oh, you're reading it at the top. I was like, what are you saying?
I don't know what he's reading. He's just saying words.
We're in Nevada.
Nevada.
Ruth? What the fuck is going on? Stop!
Aliens?
What is this?
Bro, what is happening?
Aliens?
Oh, that's
It's the doc!
your man.
Said helicopter.
Oh, we didn't even bring up the military showed up.
Yeah, we did not.
And screw them.
We did not.
Is this the General Colonel?
Sullivan, I think was his name. No, yes.
Commander General? Sergeant? Doctor?
But not the Master Chief.
Oh, God!
What I understand is that something is going on in the town that nobody fully comprehends. And I also understand that military strength is not the answer.
So what is the answer, Doctor?
Nuke
No
it.
scientists? Because as men of science, men like you created this problem in the first place.
Yep.
Everything that has happened in Hawkins could be traced back to Brenner's little pet. Wouldn't you agree?
Yep, I remember that.
Dying.
Dr. Brenner trained her for this very thing. Remote assassinations.
What you're suggesting is impossible.
Is it?
11 is dead.
I'm not convinced.
So where has she been? All this time?
True, because they were hiding her.
You can make this easy and tell us where she is. Or
Yeah, I forgot. He was
we
helping
can't do
Hopper.
this the hard way.
He was.
Yeah, I don't know why I acted surprised about that.
Yeah, me too. Shit. I like him. He's a good guy.
So they think 11's behind this?
Is part of the equation for why all the bad stuff's happening? I mean,
No, they think that she's the one that assassinated
Yeah.
that kid.
The girl.
And
Oh.
probably it's gonna be Fred too.
That's so weird.
Well, and that, like he said, that's what they were being trained for.
She
remote
was.
assassinations.
She was.
Oh boy.
Oh gosh.
Yep.
Right when she needs to lay low.
Dressing it immediately.
Angela, where's the baby at?
Y'all quiet now. Anyone want to share how this led up to this event?
Yeah, there's a whole crowd of witnesses.
Since all 100 of you did a whole High School Musical scenario for this shit.
They're looking at her.
I hate this.
Dude, this is gonna make her like.
No one's gonna like her,
Well-
even more so.
Well, what about the scene we just saw? If they find out that she's in California, this is gonna make her more like culpable to like the killings in Hawkins.
Your prom queen. I mean, it's just like rubber weevils.
Plastic. Oh, not like hard plastic, just a soft kind.
Great adults to come pick them up. Come home to other whack jobs. This is not the day. This is not the day to have all this.
Well. Aren't you on a sight for sore eyes, huh?
Murray.
Kids like
Murray.
Yeah. They're
So
cooked.
there I was, head down the I-5, going to see a client out in Ventura. I'm looking for a motel to stay for the night, and suddenly, bam!
You should just stay.
I'd be tempted, Joyce, except, you have that,
Right, that business trip.
Business trip? What business trip?
Oh my gosh.
The biggest problem in the show, no one ever talks to each other.
They lie.
Thinking
Right now, the Hawkins crew is doing better than the California
I
crew.
have to go to a conference tomorrow in Alaska.
Alaska?
What?
treasure, right?
That's where they're based. The
What?
Joan Brown Danica.
This girl got smacked in the head today at the roller rink. Smacked. Yeah, it's one of those vicious skate attacks.
Yeah, but it wasn't like an ice skate. It was,
Anyway, she looked like she would be fine.
Didn't look fine.
This is a mess.
Aren't you gonna finish your what?
Yes, Joyce, not paying attention to any of the minors in the household. Surprise.
This drives me mental.
Smack.
Smack.
Still have no idea who he is.
Oh my.
Okay.
Whoa! That's from hell!
Yeah. Where's Ozzy?
Oh, it's all gathering. Woo! So what is it? They insert into his back.
Ow.
This is how he connects to the real world?
I think.
Ah!
Speed.
69.
Wow.
Yeah.
So cool.
Yeah, bro.
Wait.
Yeah.
Lucas.
Why is he still sleeping here?
Oh no, go home.
What are you guys doing?
we're gearing up. Training for the hunt.
Eddie.
And we're not killers like Eddie. And we just want to talk to him.
Yeah?
To admit his crime. Yeah, a little friendly neighborhood chat. If you're not up to this, you can go home. There's no judgment.
Don't go.
You'll still be one of us, all right?
You have no commitment to go into this.
No. Okay.
Alright, he's lost. He's
Yeah.
completely lost in the sauce of being popular.
I want to help. All right.
Yes. He's going to have to fight his friends.
Capture us a freak.
Oh gosh. This man.
I thought that was Winona.
Yep.
Joyce.
It's the
It's the hair.
insanity.
It's
Yeah.
like, it's the crazy guys. Yo.
Delivery service?
I know everything Dustin's saying sounds totally delusional, but we've actually been through this kind of thing before. I mean, they have a few times, and I have once. Mine was more human flesh-based, and theirs was more smoke-related, but bottom line is, collectively, I really
Oh,
feel
yeah,
like we
yeah,
got
yeah.
this.
Yeah, makes sense.
There's
Makes sense.
relying on
Makes
this
sense.
girl with superpowers, but there's nothing to worry about.
Yeah. Sure. You're wanted for murder.
Damn.
Tark,
Time to take a swim.
Tark.
Yeah. It's the other kid. It's the other kid.
No, there was nobody there. Did you look into Victor Creel?
Sorry, what's that? Victor Creel. Victor's locked away tight, honey. You don't need to worry about him, all right? Now,
Where's Tom?
Maybe.
Steve.
is that correct? Yes, we are. Does the picnic table ring a bell?
That's the Stranger Things time, guys.
Mike's pissed. Didn't even bring a fork. Was just stew barehanded. With syrup. Syrupy fingers.
I made you some Eggos, but they're getting kind of cold.
Ah, yes.
That's cool.
Saints leaving
How's
the
that,
door
right?
open.
Finally.
Thank God. What was it? 3 inches? You love the joke?
Yes.
6 inches? 6 inches!
So, are we just not going to talk about it?
There's nothing to say.
Sure.
Yeah, I guess, why didn't you tell me what's going on here? I mean, you've seen it. I've been bullied my entire life. I mean, I know what it's like.
No, you don't.
Okay. What don't I understand?
I do not belong
You mean in Lenora?
anywhere. Everyone looks at me like I'm a monster. You were scared of me.
No.
You just fucking
That's not.
butchered
That's
somebody.
not true. I was surprised. Maybe I was a little upset in the moment, but I mean, I care for you so much.
Care. You don't love me anymore.
Who said that I didn't?
You can't even write it, Mike.
Damn.
From Mike.
You can't let these mouth breathers ruin you. Ruin us. I mean, they're nobodies. And you're a superhero.
Not anymore.
Poor kid.
Ewoks!
Hey!
$10 says mom forgot something.
Hi, is Jane Hopper live here?
Yeah. What is this about?
Is Jane's father or mother around?
What is this about?
You may or may not be aware of an incident that happened last night involving Jane at the Rinko Mania.
That was an accident.
We have a warrant here that says otherwise.
A warrant? Come on, that's crazy. That doesn't
Oh, no.
You have the right to return.
What?
This show's just so frustrating. None of the adults are ever present
No.
for anything.
Everything's gonna be fine. I am going to fix this. Okay, just stay calm, and everything's gonna be fine. Okay? Just all you have
I love you!
Just trust me. I promise. Okay, I'm gonna get you out. I promise.
Didn't say it.
Is Mom's flight left yet?
Jonathan is so useless.
He is.
He's so useless.
Look at this, smoking on a plane.
You could back
I know,
in the day.
but still.
Do you think I should have just told them?
Sound like my father.
Yeah, you do.
For what it's worth, I think you did the right thing. The responsible thing.
Oh yeah. Nothing about her character is responsible for children at all.
There's the railroad. But this is the thing they posted.
Yeah. This was like 3 years ago.
After news from America. I heard from your friends. They're bringing you money to Alaska. Well, today I hope. If my pilot gets the money, I get rich. And you're a free man. Sounds too good to be true, yes?
It does.
I feel like he's gonna screw him.
Pilot you found me sure you can trust her.
You're worried about your woman, is that it? I can see why you like her, American.
You promised me that she would be safe.
And she will be. So whatever it is you're planning, American, let's get to it, yes?
Well, it's definitely not going to be as easy as an escape. The Russian plot still has to move forward.
Сейчас, просто хотел прислонить его.
Our guy might get caught in the mix.
Kiss my nose.
He might be coming to the States. Be our next Slurpee guy. What's his name?
Smirnoff?
Smirnoff?
Alexei.
Why them?
Maybe they were just in the wrong place.
They were both at the game.
And near the trailer park.
We're at the trailer park.
Shit.
Should we maybe be here?
Yeah, wrong.
There is something about this place.
Maybe Victor Creel is from this place.
You guys thought if I saw some freaky wizard monster, I would mention it to someone.
Maybe they did. I saw
Oh.
Chris in Cully's office. If you saw a monster, you wouldn't go to the police. They'd never believe you.
Yes, where are you going?
I'm trying to figure out out of
Something I want to
our crew who will be the first
I don't
attack.
want to waste your time.
No, it's too dangerous. Or you need someone to. Here you go. I'll stick with Nate.
Yeah!
Check out this room.
This is stupid. Us ladies will stick together.
You think we need you to protect us?
you just stand there and talk?
Shut up.
Babysitter time.
I love Steve the babysitter. That's my favorite form of Steve.
Yes.
Maybe Nancy will go by. I don't know. 2 girls in a car. Might just kiss. What?
What?
Oh shit, it's happening. Ew, what is that?
Demi Beth.
I want to get a good look at one of those things.
You might.
Alright, Satan, like, what are we doing? Can you just explain?
Whoa. It's like it's channeling. You see that?
Yeah.
Things. Whoa. Towers of Mordor.
Max.
That kid.
Oh.
Your nose is bleeding, dude.
Oh, his band.
I don't want just like
Violence against these kids.
that is crazy.
You know these freaks, Sinclair?
They know my sister. They try to recruit me to their club, cult. What the hell?
Well, you have eyes, don't you? He's not here.
Where is?
I don't know! Where is he? I don't know!
Oh yes, vigilanteism.
It's gonna be hard to play those drums with a broken hand.
Well, Lucas,
Where do we find this Dustin?
Lucas, now's your time.
Yeah, you need to step up.
Now's your time.
Oh, don't fuck this up, Hopper.
And soup.
You want him to break the chain or his leg?
Probably his leg.
Oh my gosh.
What, to like send him to the infirmary?
Yeah.
Sneak out that way?
This show. Oh god.
You could like see him lined up. Oh gosh. Oh, it's so graphic. I can already feel it.
Again. Or he's trying to break the shackle.
And both. Oh, Hopper, God. What a trooper, man.
Christmas.
Man.
So about 20 years.
These murders predate 11 and the Upside Down by about 30 years.
Yeah.
Which makes spooky Victor Creel like 70 years old.
It looks like the library from It.
So he's a grandpa
it does. Maine.
who can try invisible and lift people into the air. I know. I just thought that by showing the dark you were being modest or hiding something super solid up your sleeve that you were gonna wow us with later. But this is like really, truly a shot in the dark. Like we are snipers.
Shut up.
Spun around 50 times.
I don't really enjoy the bit of her just talking. It was like a funny joke.
Did I come off mean or condescending or something? It's just you seem annoyed. You don't know me very
you're
well.
annoying.
I don't really have a
You're
filter.
very annoying.
But we love you. Or at least I do.
Max, hi. Do you have a minute to talk?
Oh, you're the devil wizard yourself?
Of course.
We're gonna talk about it earlier today when you basically threw yourself at Nance.
Okay, first of all, that's not what happened.
Pretty sure.
Are you implying that I still have a thing for Nance?
Yeah.
I'm not implying. I'm stating. And
Yeah.
to your
Let's get back on
John's
that
not here.
train. Screw Jonathan.
I was just trying to protect a friend. A friend, Henderson, okay? I don't want to find her in the morning with her eyes sucked out of the front of her skull by this Vecna creep.
You're like bright red in space right now.
No, I'm not. I don't want to talk about it. I'll punch you so hard in your face that your teeth will fall back out.
Whoa. Yeah, too far, too far.
Not cool. Sorry.
Not cool, man.
I love those two.
It's like the best combo in the
Whatever is
show.
happening with all the murders, it's...
Yeah.
And when you keep
The fact that she has a clock.
Yeah. And it's ticking.
It doesn't take much.
Or like
to
doing
get
the
them
swing tick.
So now when it rains and it storms,
Yeah, I know.
Do you think you're ready
Bro.
to talk more about
The
that?
chain? Are you talking about the chain she
Off
has?
the wall.
Look at what she's wearing around
No,
her
I
neck.
noticed something like that
She's got a clock on her neck.
You know I can't talk about Chrissy or any other student.
Yeah, but I mean,
She's
there was
dead.
a serial killer on the loose in my neighborhood.
I can't tell if it's a clock.
Anything about
It is. It's a key with a clock around it.
You wouldn't want me talking to any other students about you, right?
if I were dead and it would help catch the killer, then yeah, I most definitely would.
Yeah, you're allowed to
Well,
talk
let's
if it
leave
has
that
to
up
do
the
with
police, shall we?
harm of other people. Or potential harm.
I don't think it's a clock on her.
What'd she say?
Nothing, but just drive.
Nothing.
Steve, drive!
Fuck, is it Dustin's house?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We keep looking. Only so many places these
Damn.
freaks can burrow.
Steve, you need to get out your bat.
Steve's gonna have to beat the shit out of these people.
Yeah.
Dustin. Are you guys looking for Eddie? Yeah, we found him. No thanks to you. You found him? He's at a boathouse on Creel Road.
No!
Safe.
No!
Sinclair!
Is he just gonna rat out Eddie?
Yeah.
No, Lucas is gonna get fucking beat up.
He's
What
gonna
the hell
share
are you
it
doing?
to save his friends.
I was looking for clues.
Clues? What, freshman think he's Sherlock Holmes or something?
Funny.
Yo, let's go.
I found one.
Dude,
He's gonna
they just insulted you.
he's gonna point him the wrong way.
A clue. I know where Eddie's hiding.
No.
You're a douchebag, Lucas.
He got the info and he felt pressured.
I had more faith in him.
It's right after he gets insulted too.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, the government.
FBI. Open up.
No shot.
Oh.
Woohoo. Okay.
I feel better that he's in the mix.
Yes.
But still.
That was scary.
Imagine just carry like 40K in cash. What are you?
Like that?
No way.
She just shoved money back in.
Oh God! This is spring.
So cool.
Oh God!
Alaska.
So what ended up happening? He got hit in the leg.
Broke his shackle.
I think it's a shackle.
Oh, they do shackle checks right here.
Maybe he tied it so it'll, you know what I mean?
He's tall. Oh, never mind. He was on the stand. I was like, damn.
Oh god. It's gotta be infected. Yeah.
Oh. Gosh, dude. Oh no, he broke it so he could take it off.
I know. That's why I don't like
He
this.
broke it so he could take it off. I can't do this. I can't. Oh, Jesus, Mary and Joseph.
Oh, that's
Foul. Yeah, right, my dick, bro. There's no fucking way.
Is that the end of the episode?
No.
I was like, that's
Still
quick.
got more time.
Let's learn about this Creel guy.
Anything juicy over there?
Nothing new.
Victor seemed like a normal guy. Dead family, missing eyes, took a plea deal, sent to Penhurst, blah 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 blah.
Penhurst. Just sounds like a asylum for
Hey,
horror.
what's the time? And you're obviously bored, so why don't you just call Steve? I'm sure he'll come pick you up, and I mean, I'm not really in danger
She
here,
doesn't know.
So I figure that you and Jonathan are still going strong, because you guys are going to college together, and you're like one of those unstoppable power couples, but I wanted to make sure that you knew that Steve and I are just friends.
Just tell her.
Just in case that's adding any tension between us. Wasn't.
Yeah, sure.
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 Holy shit. A weekly watcher. I can't believe they have this. Don't they write about, like, Bigfoot and UFOs. First of all,
Aren't you looking for a wizard?
Bigfoot I'm still on the fence about, but may I remind
Thank
you
you.
that for information on dark wizards? If someone's gonna write about that, it's gonna be these wizards.
I was gonna say, as soon as nonsense comes to the world, nonsense becomes sense.
Yes.
A nice little sandwich.
Elvis cloned by aliens. Nice.
I knew there'd be an Elvis.
Dark Wizard.
Creel claims vengeful demon killed family. A murder that shocked a small community.
Oh, so it.
Very fun. I'm not kidding.
Then why'd you say it in a joking voice? That's real stuff. That's what we've been looking for.
According to several insiders, the
Ancient
was
demon.
haunted by an ancient
That's the house, like you just said.
He hired a priest to exorcise the demon from his home. Pretty novel for the 50s.
So he never did the murders, essentially, is what we're saying.
Shit.
So Victor claimed this exorcism failed, but it angered this demon, which then murdered his family, removing their eyes. Victor believed he was spared as a punishment.
Yeah, that's pretty convenient for Victor.
Yeah, it was super inconvenient.
Because the same thing's happening to Eddie.
Dustin, you copy?
Yeah, I copy.
So she's a genius. Vecna's first victim date back.
Yeah, she's a genius. I was gonna say, they need to stop being a news reporter and a blockbuster worker and just be freaking detectives at this point.
Yeah. Hawkins Gates.
Wait a second, didn't those guys get caught?
Holy shit.
Found it?
Yeah, and not just Chrissy's file. Fred was seeing Miss Kelly too.
Oh boy, are you?
That dude's gonna get killed, and now it's going to, like, confirm more that it's actually, you know.
Sorry about all the theatrics out there. I didn't mean to scare you.
Ready to order some food?
I think so. Yeah, I'll just, whatever you want, kiddo. It's on me.
Waffles.
Waffles, please.
Add chicken this time. See how it
Too
goes
late
for
for
you.
breakfast. That's what I
Very
said.
good.
Switch it up.
Last night, I saw something. Something I've been dreading for some time. I don't know how to say this other than just to say it. Hawkins is in danger.
This guy.
You have fought this evil before, and you've won.
I don't have my powers.
It's like a virus. Each time it returns, it comes back stronger, smarter. A war is coming to Hawkins.
Holy shit. So why'd it go dormant the last time?
I think it was unintentional. They closed it out. They tried to do it.
You sure Eddie was here? Yeah, I'm positive. Around the back.
Alright, Lucas, now go find Eddie and tell him to get the hell out of here. This is your chance.
You're good people, brave friends, who have helped you fight your battle in the past. But they alone can't win this war. Not without you.
You're the superhero.
I know it's not fair to ask more of you, but I wouldn't be here if I didn't think this was the only way.
I don't have my powers.
What if I told you there was a way?
To get him back.
Get the old man back. Homeboy. That's how he comes in.
I feared this moment would come, so I've been preparing. Developing a means to restore your abilities.
Holy shit!
A program that has the potential to not just bring them back, but bring them back stronger than before.
Oh.
There are others who don't believe in you, who think you are the cause. I believe they're wrong. I believe you're the cure.
Love this guy.
That's what.
Yep, and you're one of them. And you won't speak up.
Oh, she's experiencing it too.
They're not the only ones in danger. It's life.
Oh, don't kill off Max.
Life as we know it.
So you say the word and I will take you right back home. Or come with me now.
Yeah,
Find
the
out for yourself.
fate of the world's on your shoulders. So it's your choice.
It's your choice, and the battery's about to die.
Episode's about to end, probably.
And pause. Right before the intense music. It's about to finish. Should we risk it?
It's gonna die. It's been red for 50.
Okay.
Speak up, Max. Oh. Not over.
Oh.
Max.
Oh shit. She's comatose already.
On the wall. Yup.
Why a clock?
It's probably just part of the house.
This is gonna be a hardcore cliffhanger.
I mean, no one survived that's seen this fucking clock, so.
You're traveling too close.
Shit.
What if it's Billy? That'd be funny. Sorry, I just like Billy.
You just want him back to bed. He's dead. He's dead, man.
Let it go.
Let it
I
go.
can't. I can't.
Get over it.
I can't. You'll be ready at 7:30.
Dude, gang.
Gas, money, heroes,
All right.
pile of jets.
That was episode 3, y'alls.
StrangerThings.
Honestly, I'm exhausted.
I am too.
I'm
jealous.
Exhausted.
Yeah.
We've watched.
I mean,
it's just all that's happened is just like overwhelming.
It is.
honestly.
It's
It
a
is.
lot of
I was
stuff to take in.
overwhelmed last episode.
Well, the first episode, like obviously, for anyone who paid for the Patreon and you're seeing all 3 back to back, the hype.
Yes.
I mean, all these are great. Don't get me
They
wrong.
are. They are.
But that's like, yeah, this is great. We get a hoop and a throw and a woo, and then
And a mangle.
Murder!
and everything since then, because that was already hype, and the hype takes your energy, and you get excited, and then everything's just like horrible after that.
Yeah.
And it takes a toll on you to watch
It
it.
does.
Whether it be empathy or sympathy or just sheer shitting yourself. Fee. That's a lot.
It is.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm here with them, being exhausted. I'm feeling like Nancy Wheeler. But I'm also obviously like Robin because I'm talking right now, just out of pure.
Not as annoying.
That's good. At least
Yeah.
it's not as annoying.
Mhm. I find her very annoying.
But what are your thoughts?
I mean, so far, I guess we really haven't talked about it because we kind of just been like talking about the episode for all of them.
Mhm.
I mean, so far I'm like really enjoying the season.
Yeah.
It's definitely a level up from 3 and 2, I think.
Yeah.
There's also just a good culmination of lots of characters, lots of moving pieces. We're never really sitting on something for too long, too.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, I feel in other parts of the earlier seasons, sometimes it feels like the pacing is just not as great. Not that the show's badly paced, because the show is objectively better than most shows that we get. But there definitely are moments where I'm like, okay. Like last year with all of the reporter investigating stuff, I was like, alright, come on guys, like, on to the next scene. Let me find out the more important stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, I haven't actually been scared watching Stranger Things, and I'm so afraid with this right now.
Yeah, man.
You know what I think would be nice? Some of the criticisms I had with not necessarily 2 and 3, but just how the story unit has always flowed so far is first episode's always relatively fun, good, happy, and then towards the end there's a reveal that something sinister is afoot.
Yeah.
And then the progression of the show to the finale is everybody doing their side quests that eventually culminates to a big gathering to defeat the enemy. Every time. It's always been that. Whether it be the Demigorgon, the Mind Flayer, and the Mind Flayer again.
Yeah.
And that was one of my pet peeves for just the show as a whole is...
It has a pattern.
It's a pattern. Kind of like a lot of people critiqued Walking Dead for a bit. Though in my rewatch Walking Dead, I've understood why there was a pattern. But
there's a pattern in
I would
Peaky
like,
Blinders.
I would like there to be a reason for the pattern. Because it's already there. You can't change it.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe give a reason for why. And maybe incorporate the metaphysical aspect of the show, or like the just outside the show itself, the structure of it. Make it smart and make it have a reason for it. Save yourself in the end and be like, well, here's the reason why it's always the same. It's because been set up like a chessboard. Like, you're playing a game that always has the same result. You play the game of life, Monopoly, whatever, Risk, and it's the same structure, but make it be like, well, here's how to fix it. Like, here's, because you've always messed up. Maybe make it like you've played the D&D game and you've lost every battle you thought you won in Season 1 when you beat the Demogorgon. You're wrong. Here's the Mind Flayer. You think you defeated the ghost, now it's a skin form. Play this game one more time. The structure still looks the same, but have a different outcome.
That's what I was going to say.
Like, figure out where you're failing in the game against. So I'm basically explaining how my criticism with the show and the writing format. Make it a reason. Like, flip it on its head and fix my criticism of the show as a whole by giving it a story plot, an element to it.
Are you saying, but not actually saying, that the outcome is always the same in the show?
I'm basically saying take my criticism of the show's structure and give it a plot point and give it purpose for why it had to be that, and then give a different outcome in the end.
Okay.
Basically justifying why this story is how it is.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And you know what's funny though is that if you remember in the first episode when they're having the huddle in the D&D game of trying to figure out like who's got how many hit points and all this and blah blah blah, because like, you know, Lord Vecna or whatever his name is very powerful. Eddie says, hey, it's okay to run away. Like, you don't always have to be the hero. Which I feel like that's probably like the foreshadowing of how this season will go compared to the others, where they've always won. Like, this might be we failed utterly and we need to retreat. So this one might be, like, I mean, we need to reassess what is going to happen. You know what I mean? So I feel like that's how this will play out, because it just seems like they always play out exactly as their D&D games go. So
perhaps we experience an Empire Strikes Back, funny enough.
Yeah.
They lose, and then they have to reassess how they've dealt with this problem the entire time, and then find a way to maybe explain the lore, take the advantage of now we get to jump into what the Upside Down really is, basically give all the stuff I've ever wanted from the show, explain what is actually happening, which it kind of seems like it's going that way with Sam, I think his name is, coming into the show, not to be mistaken with Samwise Gamgee, who died in Season 2.
Yeah, rest in peace, Bob.
Rest in peace, Bob. Because it looks like we might finally get some like resolution or like explanation to everything. How did we come to the realization that we can turn people into weaponized Jedis that are killing people with the space, the force, whatever, telekinesis? And what is the Upside Down? What is our best assessment as to what we think this is? And I'm like that we're going. I don't know if it's necessarily demonic per se, like in our understanding of it. Maybe that's just like, because they use the word demon today, which is probably the first time I feel like it's been used in the show.
Mm-hmm.
But that might just be like what reporters at the time thought it was. Like they might have just assumed that's alien or whatever it is.
Well, that's how the dude described it as a demon.
Yeah.
I mean,
he had a exorcist, and it didn't work.
Failed,
yeah,
so like
it pissed the demon off,
and it went on.
And murdered his family.
Murdering spree, yeah.
Which, I mean, in all honesty, I mean, it's pretty accurate in description of a demon.
Yeah.
I mean, like, it's not like a physical presence you can see, but clearly it's evil and it's doing like really fucked up things. So
is the term malevolent? That's what I meant to say when I said.
You said benevolent. I was like,
that's why I just turned it into a joke because I thought I had it right. So it's
malevolent is like the evil
Gotcha.
version.
Okay.
Benevolent is like the good.
Just what you were saying about getting the answers and stuff. I'm now confused on what's with Russia.
I mean, I don't know the answer to that.
Yeah.
Other than expanding the world a bit, and if they have, he's asking why like it's part of the story.
Oh, why Russia's currently part of the story?
Now, like
not just because Hopper got kidnapped.
That's it. They're not trying to.
I think that. Well, I don't know.
Like you kept bringing up the whole scene of Hopper fighting a Demogorgon, where we haven't seen anything like that.
I mean, it's in the trailer.
Yet.
It's in the trailer. So, like, at some point it's going to happen. The after credits of last year.
Him building the train.
No, that wasn't an after credit. That was promo. The after credit then was they walk by a prison cell and it says the American, and then he keeps going, and then there's a Russian dude, and they feed him to the Demogorgon.
And I didn't want to spoil it, but just because it's in the trailer, there's a return to the Demogorgon plot in Russia, which will probably mean that Hopper's not escaping.
Yeah.
Because we'll have to figure out
that.
Because they basically have negated the fact that the Stranger Things world is over in Russia. Like, it has not been brought up over in the Russian plot so far. They were just prisoners of capture for...
We're with the lackeys of,
slaves.
We were with the, lackeys of the Russian world. Like, we're not with the criminal masterminds and not criminal, but the war masterminds and all that stuff.
The Terminator.
Yeah, no, I definitely, want... that's the only thing I haven't been a super big fan of the show is just, what the hell? What even is the Upside Down? Alternate dimension, hell...
It's taken a backseat.
It's taken a backseat for all the seasons. It's been more so, what is the government doing? What is Russia doing? And then, the attack on this world that is happening through that.
And all there is with that is the Americans want to kill the Russians want to kill the Americans, or have used the Upside Down for their own malicious intent by using supernatural.
Well, okay, so here's my question, just because my memory's not so great with the show. Do you know how long Hawkins Lab was doing Hawkins Lab stuff?
At least, the show's in the 80s, it was at least doing experiments on hippies on Eleven's mom. I don't know how old 11 is, but it's at least as long as her mother. I don't know, maybe
the
11's
60s.
How old is 11?
15,
12,
16?
15? So maybe 20, 30 years at most is what they've been conducting.
Because now that we know that this clearly Hawkins has been cursed for a long, long time, longer than just the span of the show. Clearly it's been going on since the 50s when that dude was supposedly murdering people.
And here's the wild thing too. 11 didn't create the Upside Down.
She opened the portal.
Happened upon it.
Yeah. It existed prior.
Right.
Clearly it existed prior, because prior to her, there was the demon was affecting this world already.
And then he just vanished?
Well, that's the thing, we don't know. That's part of
That's why I said, why'd he go dormant?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess that's something we'll get eventually, or hopefully.
There's that, and then it's also the question of why specifically Hawkins. Is it that...
How do the Russians know about it?
If this demon was able to affect this area, why have demons, assuming there are others, have not affected other parts of the world, or at least not to our knowledge? Because we've only been to America and Russia in this universe.
We've literally been to Hawkins, now California, and...
some random world in Siberia or Russia.
What city was Elle's sister in?
I think that was New York.
Was it Chicago?
It was some city, one of the Hollywood cities, either Chicago or New York or something like that. And then I think that was created purely to suggest to the audience, hey, do you want a spin-off series? And then that episode, I think, tanked to a lot of people. So I don't know if they're
I wasn't a fan of it.
I don't know if they're completely getting rid of the story, but that was weird too. Wait, wasn't there other powers? Wasn't there butterfly powers or something?
She would create hallucinations.
They all had wild abilities.
Somebody was super strong or something. There was a big guy.
No, that was just her gang. It was just wasn't he number 7 or something?
I don't remember.
But she had weird powers.
She drove through a tunnel and then the cops stopped because all they saw was a wall.
Yeah,
that was her power.
Yeah. So the gang was just random people.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't know if they're just gonna act like that doesn't exist.
I wonder if she'll come back. But that was season 2, right? She wasn't in 3.
Yeah.
And then I think there was a little child that was supposed to be her in the first scene. I saw a kid that I thought looked like her.
Yeah.
I don't know. They all had bloody buzz cuts.
I was gonna say a lot of them looked like 11.
Yeah, I know. Is that 11? Is that 11?
Yeah.
Is that 11? Yeah.
So that was the structure, our talk on the structure. But the episode itself, I don't know where we began once again. Mangled kid. They're trying to figure out what's the deal with him.
Yeah, I mean, Nancy's now brought into the fold with Steve and them because of the murder that happened. Dustin and the gang to explain to Eddie that they need to basically defeat the Lord Vecna.
I remember where it started.
Okay.
The roller skate. That's where it started.
Follow up. Yeah.
Yeah.
They addressed that quickly.
Yeah. They drove home.
Yeah. Did EMTs came,
Mm-hmm.
but not the cops initially, and then, well, it didn't matter because eventually the cops would show up and get her.
Yeah. She gets arrested. Joyce leaves, being negligent with her children. I mean, I don't know. Like, even like, I was watching season 3 and I was like, bro, none of these kids have been home for like a week. And like, Joyce comes back from her little mission that she just decided to go away and do. And she's like, runs into Mrs. Wheeler at the fair. Where are the kids? And she's like, I think they're at Dustin's house, you know? I mean, like, they were here, and then they were at that house, and, you know, it's just they're all over the place.
Super disconnected.
Like,
it's essentially the parents pay for their room and board, and other than that, they're not parents.
I'm like, what? I can't imagine a world where I was just, like, gone for more than 12 hours when I was that age, and they're like, they have no idea what's going on.
I was never allowed to just go and, like, do
Exist.
my...
Right,
yeah. To be fair, where I lived, all my life, there isn't really anywhere to go, but... Yeah.
Do we want to just stick with 11s? Do the character thing?
That's fine. We can. She
was arrested, interrogated.
Didn't go anywhere. The cops tried to do what they do, and simply the FBI took over the situation quickly.
Sam showed up.
The general wanted 11 to not be a part of the equation or taken out of the equation, but Sam has other plans. He's somehow been able to talk the military out of destroying her or whatever the hell they were going to do, and now they want her to be the cure.
And he can get her powers back.
Wants it to be her choice, and I don't know what that was all about, like how they've...
He said he's developed another way to do it, because in fear, it was his, like, contingency plan of what's
her losing her powers.
Which I guess, okay, we don't even know how she got her powers to begin with yet,
to
this day, so sure. We'll see how that works. Hopefully it won't make her even more mental.
Yeah.
It's a lot of responsibility to just throw on a child, hey... Save the world. Your friends will probably die. You don't have to do this, but also save the world.
Yeah.
Aaron Yeager. Sure. Watch that show. Figure out how that turns out.
Yeah. I mean, looks like she signed up for the mission. She's on board. And they picked up all of the, the rest of the boys, Jonathan, Will, and Mike. So, I don't know where they're taking them, because I feel like the way he was describing was like, you're not going to see your friends again.
That's why I think maybe they're just telling them, this is the plan, stay right here, don't do anything.
Yeah.
It's best to keep Eddie the hell out of everything, too.
Yeah. Eddie?
Sorry, I was diving off and I was like, keep Eddie out of this. Just keep Eddie away from everything. I know it has nothing to do with what you're saying. I was just thinking of Eddie.
I was like, what are you talking about? But yeah. And then... that was basically it for them. On the other side, Lucas is being a complete and utter idiot.
Yeah.
He's trying to give his friends a heads up, like, yo, this is going on, but he participated in the beating up of the gang, or at least witnessing it, not stopping it, or the band,
Like, I want to give him credit and be like, he's a kid, but even when I was his age, like, I never had to, like, face that choice where it's like, because I didn't like the cool kids anywhere I was, like... also, that kind of existence didn't really happen at our school. Like, there wasn't like that kind of these extreme jocks that hate these extreme other type of people. There was never that.
The television
ecosystem.
The television the bullying that you see in television, I never experienced ever.
That's what I mean. It's so intense.
Yeah.
And it's very specific scenarios to allow that to happen to these extremes.
Yeah.
I just got teased and called names. That was it.
I can't even think of like a news report that's ever gone out where it's like these 7 kids went and beat the shit out of these other 7 kids in school, or at least it never gets out. That kind of thing.
I mean,
I know there's like hazing or like things worse than that, where it's like kind of a forceful attitude to join a fraternity or something like that, a club. But
yeah, I mean, it happens in the world. It is very extreme. I don't know. TV shows always just portray it like it's always so prevalent like that, and then even like the extremes of like, I went to public school. Like there were cliques and people who hung out with who, but like it wasn't like as extreme as TV makes it. And I'd be curious, we didn't grow up in the 80s, so I have no fucking clue what it was like then, but, you know, at least in the 2000s and the early 2010s, it was not like that when I was in school.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like they always, especially in like older films, depict like just gangs existing out of school, like it just naturally forms, whether it's a class thing, like I jokingly said, like the Outsiders, like this, I think the Socias and something else is Outsiders, and then there's like the Sox and the Greasers. There's so many like gang affiliations that you know from like the 50s through at least the 60s. I don't know how anything about the 70s and 80s. I don't watch enough things that show schools in that time, but I can't stand the group he's with. The whole reason I even brought that up with Lucas and all that is I just feel like it's so obvious the type of people they are, or at least the show portrays them so obviously as like not desirable,
that you wouldn't want to be around. Like, you just get it. And the thing that's crazy to me is like, yo, your friends, like Lucas was still friends with his friends. Like, it's not like this is different, but Mike and Will clearly are not really friends anymore. Like, it just is what it is. But Lucas is still friends with Dustin. So, and, you know, in theory, he doesn't really, like, realize everybody else that's there, but he's still friends with Dustin and Mike, or Dustin and Max. So, you would think that he wants to protect, like, he wanted to make them the cool kids, too. So, why wouldn't you protect them when you know that this, like, these hooligans are going after him? But in reality, he's just like, Yeah, I mean, granted, at the end of this show, or at the end of the episode, when they go to Eddie's place, it looked like he was running to go be like, yo, get out of here. I would assume. I don't know if he... Because everyone split up, and they kept looking. It's like, keep looking, and then he runs away. So, I don't know if he's going to flee. I don't know if he's supposed to go to the cabin and be like, get out of here.
With Sam talking about being a hero.
Yeah,
in the background.
Sam talking about being a hero, too. So,
I think we're going to get a fight. I think we could see, like... that gang versus like Steve and Eddie kind of thing.
What? Get Steve get his ass kicked again.
Steve and Eddie. It's a tag team like a WWE against those three. Then it's Dustin and Lucas.
It's a handicap match.
Well, no, because Dustin and Lucas make a third person. And their third person is having nosebleeds, so we're even better.
And listen, hey, in fairness, Steve, he beat up a Russian soldier like last season, so
true.
He's got a W under his belt, and is like a trained military officer,
full adult grown Russian.
Even though he was probably a desk jockey, but that's besides the point.
Oh,
he was.
Damn it!
He was on a desk.
The cred.
I'm just giving him shit.
His hair gives him extra credit, though.
It does.
And then they'll have two combined great hair sets against people that have subpar hair.
True. The Vecna or whatever his name. Vecna. He tapped into like that red world.
Yeah, with the spikes coming through the clouds.
Charles Xavier.
Yeah.
They've made references to X-Men now in this. Superheroes.
That's a reference to X-Men.
Yeah. X-Men are superheroes. I guess it counts.
I'm so confused. What just happened?
Okay.
I was trying to make a reference and there was no reference to me.
Oh, okay. I was waiting for like more to.
I got to do it.
Yeah, you said. But he tapped into like this mind world. Like it wasn't upside down. It was like this mental space where he could see people's thoughts and where they were, and
it looked like the Witcher negative world.
I remember the reference. Why I was doing my little bit a moment ago. Cerebral, yeah. That's what Dustin calls his little operation.
Yes,
Cerebral is what Professor X uses
to communicate to all, or to see all of mutants or all of mankind.
But it's the same thing as how this guy sees. It's a cloud world, and they appear as apparitions. Yeah. So that's really cool.
I mean, it looks like he was seeking out people with trauma, and specifically, he's gone to one of the dudes on the basketball team that's with Lucas right now.
And at the end of the episode, Max.
Yeah, and at the end of the episode, Max as well. The therapist?
Are you saying that's like his host?
I don't know. You just brought up the fact that there's a clock, and then I started to look at the scene, and I know after I brought it to attention,
she had a
damn
necklace.
key was stuffed into her sweater for the remainder, so you guys didn't get to see. I was just saying that there's a key.
I'll give it to you. It looked like a clock.
No,
it looked like a granddad clock.
It is. You didn't get to see it every other shot after because it fell into her sweater. But for the first shot, the circular part where you hold is a clock.
And there's a dangle down at the bottom.
And then whatever the key is. Yeah. So I just
Yeah.
timing wise, I don't know what to glean from that
Yeah.
because it seems like the demon is responsible for everything. It's not like there's a person. It doesn't even seem like the murderer from back in the past is responsible because a demon took him over.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So,
but this person could be feeding him.
maybe it's one of the subjects being used by
Mind Flayer.
I don't think it's the Mind Flayer. What is it they call it? Vecna.
Yeah.
Is the Mind Flayer dead? By the way, we killed the Mind Flayer. It's gone. I think
no,
we killed it.
the brain is disconnected from the body. That's what they kept saying in season 3 when they closed the portal.
How do they know?
That's what they said.
So does that mean it's dead?
It's alive in the Upside Down, but not in our world. I think. Could be wrong.
So like brain is in the Upside Down, and you're saying that it's disconnected from its physical.
Well, the physical died because the brain is not connected to it anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Shit. Should have been dead.
What brain?
Yes, brain.
Moving on, we
know
got
exactly.
the Nancy squad and the Robin squad separating from Steve, and they went to go what?
The Nancy squad and the Robin squad.
Bro, my brain's fried.
I know.
You couldn't
I know.
tell already.
Do any of you have pressure right here on you?
No.
I have pressure.
Nancy and Robin.
There you go.
Fuck.
We were so close.
They went to Maine, to the library.
Yes, they went to the library, and they're looking through all kinds of things. And
Witchcraft and all kinds of good stuff.
And they really shouldn't have excluded the fantasy stuff
Yeah,
right away.
which
They shouldn't have.
Or the conspiracy theories.
Yes.
Yeah, because as soon as any of the things they've ever dealt with become a reality, they should just tap into every single thing that has been questioned to question your existence. Because reality is not what it seems, obviously.
Clearly. The state of the show.
Robin, though, is sidetracked heavily on making sure she's not considered hetero. She wants to make it very abundant that Steve and her...
But it's also like she's trying to find out if she's annoying or not.
Yes.
Like she's like she fits in.
There's multiple things going on.
Yeah.
It's very weird.
I think she just wants to be accepted by more than just Steve.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Steve's her only friend.
Yeah.
As much as she considers him a loser, like she's just as ostracized and isn't really able to make friends because life's just complicated with her.
Yeah. It makes sense.
I don't think that she was trying to to be like, I'm definitely not hetero. She was saying, I'm definitely not dating Steve.
That wasn't a priority on the list.
Yeah.
But I'm sure that's also like a consideration.
Well, she's afraid. She's afraid to come out.
Yeah.
The only person I think that knows is Steve. So
it is.
Yes.
But if they are to become friends, that is an aspect that I'm sure she would want to have to get off her chest because it's only the hairstyle that knows about her. The lame dude at Blockbuster.
Yeah.
As much as I love him.
Do you think that the love triangle has been reformed with Steve and Nancy?
That's why I said Jonathan's not here, so Nancy's lonely. For sure.
I feel like they're teasing at the idea.
Yes.
I don't know if Steve necessarily wants it. I feel like they're making it so up in the air.
Though.
I don't know. I feel like it's so up in the air that they're making it space to see how the fans feel.
Yeah.
So maybe there is no resolution of any of this by the end of season 4 if there's a 5th season. See how the fans feel. Do they want a Steve and Nancy?
You don't think Nancy wants it? Because just the attitude that she gave Robin, I kind of think she wants it.
I don't know. It's kind of the thing of like, it's like messed up to say, but like.
Why don't you go call Steve?
Relationship, like some relationships.
It's just beef. It's just like residual beef. I don't want to be friends with my ex's boyfriend, new boyfriend. Why would you want to go out of your way to do that if you've had especially if the ex dumped you for. Or you dumped the ex for another guy and now your relationship isn't doing great and it seems like they're so hunky-dory.
Do you think it could even be as petty as, she wants both of the men to pursue her even though she's with one?
I don't think...
Sometimes that's a thing in shows where it's they don't like that somebody that was pursuing them is now has stopped caring for them and is now looking at Robin or something.
Yeah. I feel like Nancy could not care less about that specifically.
Okay.
Yeah. Because she's so focused on her self and what she's got going on.
Her career.
But she is still the Jonathan thing. I think it's more so the fact that Jonathan is not fulfilling what she wants from him to like be present here right now.
Yeah.
And that's why the Steve thing is like kind of like now I have to be with his girlfriend and blah 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 blah. So
just because we're on the topic of that, I feel like the show really hasn't dived into Mike at all. Because now we had Will say, "You never write to me," and then 11 saying, "When you write to me, you're not saying I love you." So does Mike have something going on his end?
I don't know. I've never cared enough.
I think Mike's just a teenage boy.
Yeah.
Honestly, like...
I think, honestly, he might be as simple as just what you're seeing from him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like, just somebody who doesn't know how to... Like, I don't think he doesn't love Elle. But it could be two things. It could be that he's not really thought... Well,
he said it, but he said it before. He said it before when they were together. It's just that he's aware. I mean, it's typical like teenage boy stuff. They don't really understand how to like do this relationship game.
Yeah. It might not be as complicated as he's... Like, it might be simpler in his mind. Yeah. Like, it doesn't mean a whole lot. Like, he likes you. Yeah. He doesn't have to tell you 100 times for it to mean something.
And let's be real, 99.9% of people who are friends with a group of people, if you move away or you're not in their immediate circle anymore, like, you're not going to stay close. Mm-hmm. It's very rare that you have, you might have, 3 people in your life that you're like, I keep in touch with this person all the time. Whereas, 2 years ago, there might have been this person that I hung out with every single day. We talked all the time, and now they got a new job and they moved this way, and now they have a kid and all this stuff, and you just don't even speak anymore. Not that it's you're on bad terms. It's just you don't even, you know what I mean? I just know so many people that go through that on a regular basis.
Yeah,
me too. Honestly,
me too. At work.
Relatable. Yeah. Don't think there's anything else on Mikey, Mr. Mike and Ike.
Mike and Ike.
Will took a back seat this episode. Did Jonathan do anything this episode?
No,
I think this was a useless episode for him.
Winona went to Alaska.
Oh, right, because we kind of skipped over the dinner, which was a shit show.
Yeah.
He's just high, not being able to bring anything to the table, kind of just...
High is in the show normally. Space in the clouds.
Mm-hmm.
And his friend doesn't do anything either, other than just be the high joke of the show so far.
But he's the functioning stoner.
Dude. He can keep up with the conversation.
He did.
Whereas Jonathan
suggest things about something else that can help with another situation.
Schmacked, man.
Yo.
Schmacked.
I love that Winona's not aware of it.
Yeah.
It's not
she cares about her man.
And he was able to get away with it.
It's so insane, dude.
Yeah, so they did nothing.
This is the episode where Hopper got his ankle fucked.
Right. I would like the Russian story to
go somewhere.
Progress.
Yeah.
I'd like it to get meaty. Right now, I mean, Jack and Agar is cool. Don't get me wrong. The story is just him shackled up right now.
It is.
Well, he got the thing off, right?
And I didn't look.
He moved it off. I don't know where that's gonna go, because if you can move it off and it's that bendable, how the hell are you gonna walk anywhere?
Yeah, I don't know. I would imagine you would have to leave now.
Yeah, I mean, the goal is to get on the plane, right? Go find the plane or whatever the hell.
I think he no longer trusts Jack and...
I don't know. I mean, we know the Demigorgons are a thing. We at the trailer, he's not going anywhere. We have to do
Not yet.
Not yet. We have to at least have a demi-dog fight with some of the prisoners.
I don't know what that noise was. I'm sorry.
You're good.
Just made a very weird noise.
Possessed. Anything else happen? Elvis and aliens.
Elvis and aliens.
I was really excited. I thought we might get aliens that one shot when we got introduced to Sam. When that thing flew over, and I was like, the world's gonna get super expanded now.
Yeah, but it's not that.
No.
If you could take a bet on what you think the Upside Down is in reality, so is it just an alternate dimension? Is it a hell? Is it a different planet? What are y'all thinking? Where are we going?
It's
I really liked how their science teacher described it. It's just our universe flipped upside down. Another dimension.
Nice.
What? I don't know. I guess I just feel like everything has to have a purpose in life. I just need to make sense. I need it to have a meaning for me to care. Because in season 1, it's essentially just that. It's just an upside down world where some nocturnal creatures reside, just like you would find lizards in a cave that don't have eyes, because that's how they exist in the ecosystem of Earth. So there's another dimension in Earth as well. It has dogs. Then they create a giant sentient Cthulhu floating around and making clouds in this world.
Yeah.
And for some reason is obsessed with 11. Then they create
the flesh version.
Well, that, but they also, like, the story just then creates, like, okay, why? Why is there this thing? What is the purpose of it? Why does it have intent? And now there's this thing, which is like a demon person who has the same powers as 11.
Essentially, yeah.
And there's demi-bats. I mean, it's always storming now. As the show's progressed, it seems like storms are a big thing in the show. Like, these red cloud comets. Not comets, clouds.
I'm thinking, just because of his theory, I'm starting to think like Gears of War. Like, they're
Describe
running
it.
out of resources underground. The locusts are running out of resources underground, so they're going to come up to the surface and take over.
So you think that...
Not necessarily resources, maybe they're just realizing the Upside Down is shit, and the above ground is better.
Yeah.
That's cool. I didn't know that was what Gears of War was about. That's cool.
Yeah, that's why the locusts come out to start fighting.
That.
I'm not gonna lie, I always kind of just assumed that it was just an alternate dimension. I think the theory on, like, dimensions, like, you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, is that a higher dimensional being can affect the lower. Like if you're, the way it was explained, I saw in, like, a physics class, is like, you have a piece of paper and you draw a circle on it, and then you have a ball. You draw a ball, and then you have a ball here. The ball can, like, affect the two-dimensional one, but, like, the two-dimensional one can't affect the other. Just because, like, you can't go upward. I always just assumed that it was, like, an alternate dimension, but it was also, but then it's like, you know, because you have this demon being that isn't, like, present in our world, but he's, like, actively going through and affecting it. But I don't know.
Would you consider him a higher?
I was going to ask you that.
Well,
Well, I was going to say the upside down
Because
higher.
I feel like on just a 1-to-1 scale, to any other human, he's more powerful. Like,
Yeah, I would say he's high. Like, it's higher, just because of, like, what is coming out of there.
So the upside down's higher as well.
In place, maybe. I don't know. I mean, like, I'm just talking out of my ass.
No,
but, like,
that's cool.
But, like, maybe it is. Maybe they are just on, like, an equal plane, and he just exists in a different version of it. I don't know. Just now that it's becoming, like, a demon thing, and the way the Mind Flayer acted last season, I just feel like it's more sinister. Like, maybe this is just, like, more of, like, a hell thing that we're going for than, like, you know?
I think I might have an answer then.
Oh, really?
Yes, just because of what you're saying. Because I like how it's structured. Because if it's just an alternate universe, I was gonna say, then why are there no humans?
Yeah.
Maybe it's one that fell prey to something, a cursed world, like a curse came upon it. This is like jumping even farther back, because in the first series, when they go, every time they go there, it's just our buildings are there for some reason.
Yeah.
Buildings that would have been there.
There's no humans
in the 70s, right? Like these are 70s buildings and 70s structures, some of which may be new buildings exist there. But why are there no humans there? Like, how does our world affect that?
Yeah.
Like, if we put this apartment in right now, does it appear there?
Yeah. I don't know.
Like, what is the timestamp?
Yeah.
Is it a new world? Like, is it something that only has existed at a certain point, like where this demon guy appeared?
Yeah.
Like, is this ancient, or is it only like the past 50 years that this world has created from something?
Yeah.
I guess we
need an origin.
I was gonna say we need an origin point.
Yeah.
We need to figure out what could lead to an origin, which might be this demon, might be a Brenner thing. It could be a Brenner thing. Like if this thing is Brenner.
Sam was talking about this. I've been fearing this would happen.
Like as if there was an impending doom, like a doomsday button that they were aware of.
Yeah.
Maybe he didn't want to acknowledge it.
Yeah.
They took his notes too. The military took his.
Yeah, they're gonna go through all of Sam and maybe Brenner's notes, and maybe they'll find an origin point. Maybe they'll come to a conclusion.
Yeah. I don't know.
It'd be great if we can come up to figure it out before the FBI discover it.
True.
True.
I agree.
The only difference is we get to see every
wait,
single
who's the bad guy?
We get to see every single scene.
Yes, we do.
FBI's good or bad? Who does Sam work for?
Whoever Sam's with, we can maybe trust.
The government.
Government, but military.
Government. They're of the U.S., but
Whoever
their
is
own
the
agenda.
president of the time. I don't know if Reagan won. I don't know what era we're in. I know there was Reagan posters.
Yeah.
They all work for that president. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's all Elvis. Elvis and Michael Jackson, they all survived. Well, Michael Jackson's not gonna do.
At that point.
Yeah, give it another 30 years. I'm good.
When's Tupac go?
Yeah, don't do that.
Y'all, if you made it this far, make sure you leave a like on it. Subscribe to the channel if you enjoy not only these reactions, but our conversation. Support us in any way you can. Check out the Patreon. By the time you're seeing this on YouTube, then you should check out the 2 episodes ahead of this. And for the time being, we will see you in the next reaction. Or we won't, because the Upside Down's going to take us all over. See ya! Bye!